Welcome back to Pop Culture Theory. I am Sakura, and today we are doing our first ever Final Fantasy deck tech. This is an extra special video. We are also going to tell you about a special giveaway we are doing for some awesome Final Fantasy cards at the end. So this deck is a deck of my own creation. It is a Water Ice Monsters build. It is a really cool build. It's not any of the net decks you're going to see out there, but it's one that I really want to share with you all. It's been doing great at my locals. With a Monsters build, we of course have to start with the monsters. So that's going to put us right to our first up, Flan. He is one of our two one-drop monsters. Now, Flan is going to be good for searching out that other, helping thin out your deck, but other than that, I often use him to pitch for energy, I gotta be honest. Moving on to our next, though, is Adamentoise. Now, Adamentoise can be key. You can use that effect to go ahead and reduce some damage as well as draw a card with him. I really like that effect. I run 3 of, he's cheap, he's 10 cents each right now. Now, Swamp Monk. This is one of our most important monsters in the thing. He has his own ability that turns him into a 5,000 power forward that can doll other monsters when he attacks. Now, often we'll use that effect in addition to our other forward effects that will change other monsters. This goes along with Ghoul, who also is going to doll their forwards. This can be key when we want to get in that last damage to win the game. Also, we of course are going to be running 3 of on Cleone. Cleone stops some of those summon heavy decks out there. It's really going to be one of our key control elements in the deck, and like all our monsters, it can become a powerful beater here later with some forwards. Speaking of those forwards, Green Dragon doesn't need them. It has its own effect to make it a 7,000 beater, and that is a really awesome effect, especially if we don't see those forwards popping up in our deck. Tonberries is an awesome card. This one's going to be great for depowering their armies, sometimes even wiping out full armies if you have enough Tonberries on field to do the trick. Now, let's go ahead and talk about Malboro. Malboro is one of our most important monsters. His effect is going to allow him to turn into a monster that when he's blocked, he reduces the power of others, or when he blocks others. This can be key for stopping them from getting in those important attacks that would otherwise stop us. Going on to our backups, I'm running 2 of Jill Nabat. We can run 1 of also, we can go into that in a second, but I really like that, especially against some of those decks that are like lightning decks getting our forwards with their backups. Chaos, I am running 1 of. This is a dark theme deck if we're going with another color here, and we'll cover our dark forward here in a little bit. It's no surprise. Waka, I'm only running 1 of, but like I said, you could run 2 Waka and 1 Jill Nabat if you want that extra chance for the 1,000 power on the forwards. Now, we do have to run 3 of Empire Sid. This is key. He's going to search out some of our most important forwards. Of course, we are also running 3 of Tonbetty. Tonbetty's awesome. She's going to search out those Tonberries, which can be key in a moment of strife, but also she searches for Mira, one of the most important cards in our deck, and one of the most expensive. As you see, all these cards so far have been 10 to 25 cents. Mira gets outside that. Going on to our forwards, we have Viking. We're running 2 of. It's another 10-cent card. Great for drawing cards, but that gets us to Mira. We're running 3 of this card. It's a bit expensive, but it has a key effect. It's going to lower the cost of our monsters. It also can doll itself to get our monsters back. That's why it's $10.50 each. I really recommending 3 of, but if you need to make this a budget deck, go 2 of and replace it with a Viking there. Realm is another awesome card here. She's being running 3 of. I really think you should run 3 of. She's not that expensive at $2 each, and she's going to help us search for those monsters as well as can turn them into those 7,000 power forwards we were talking about. That gets us to Gao. Gao we're only running 2 of, but man, can he get big. I've gotten Gao up to 15,000. He consistently is hitting 12,000. We have so many monsters on board that Gao becomes a true threat to our opponents here. But that brings us to our big boy, and of course that's Kefka. He's our other dark card in the deck, and he is one of our most important components. He's what Empire Sid can search out, and he's going to turn all our monsters into 7,000 attack forward beaters. There's nothing better than that. They try to kill him, you go ahead, doll him out real quick, bring out those forwards, and that's it. Umaro, he's going to be an awesome one. He's going to search out our monsters we're running 3 of, and you can pitch those other ones to body slam your opponents for 7,000 damage each. A lot of people aren't going to get through that. He's cheap right now. I recommend you pick him up. Now, Cecil, I'm only running 1 of. He is $10.50. If you need to make this a budget deck, cut him, go ahead and run something else. But he is awesome. He gives us that extra 1,000 power and is a great blocker. Ultimisia, I run the 1 of. Now, this is because our monsters come out of the monster zone to the forward zone, which means it's going to hurt our opponent's forwards a lot more than it hurts us. I highly recommend a 1 of on Ultimisia in this deck. Now, altogether, this deck runs around $40 depending on where you pick it up, and that gets us to the giveaway. I'm giving away a Laguna. This is the promo foil Laguna. Now, this is going to be given away to one of our subscribers on YouTube. What you have to do to get your chance to win this is subscribe to the channel and like our Final Fantasy videos between now and March 4th. March 4th to March 10th, we're going to be doing a bunch of giveaways, and Laguna is going to be one of the Final Fantasy cards. Key thing there is one of. I'll announce the others next week. I'm getting ahead of myself. I wasn't going to announce anything till Monday, but I really wanted to put this into the deck tech here. So go ahead, subscribe. If you start by liking this video, that's your first chance to win. Every Final Fantasy video between now and March 4th you like will get you into the raffle. There is no cost here at all, including you don't have to go and sponsor the Patreon, but there is patreon.com/Sakura. Go there and give me $1. If you give me $1, it's going to give me a chance to do more raffles like this in the future. Once again, everybody, I am Sakura with Pop Culture Theory. It has been a pleasure to talk to you all today and show you this deck tech, and I will catch you all